€40 for one single blush. Let's see if it's worth it. Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Carmel and in today's video we are going to be testing and reviewing the new Charlotte Tilbury Unreal Blush Healthy Glow Sticks. I actually picked up 4 shades of this, which wouldn't normally be something I would do, but these are €40 each, so I really want to make sure that if you are choosing a blush, you are picking the right shade and at the end of the day, getting your money's worth. So if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, then please do keep on watching. So what are we paying €40 for? So these Unreal Blush Sticks are €40 for 10 grams of product. You can pick this blush up in 6 different shades. These are a skin-infused formula, clinically proven to help strengthen your skin barrier. They have effortless glide and blend balm texture. They are a buildable, no makeup blush to a juicy-licious summer blush. I would love to read you the whole spiel of Charlotte Tilbury, but it will take me forever. So basically, these are just a cream blush that can actually be used on the cheeks and on the lips as well. And like I said, I picked up 4 out of 6 shades. So I have only fully tested one of them, which is Rosy Glow, which is described as a warm rose pink. I picked up Peachy Glow, which is a poppy peach. Pretty Glow, which is a dreamy lilac. And I also went for Cherry Glow, which is a deep cherry red, which wouldn't normally be a colour I would go for, and that's exactly why I went for it. So we'll get started with Rosy Glow. That is Rosy Glow. One thing I'll say to you is do not press hard. Please don't press hard when you are applying these because this is such an emollient formula. It's extremely creamy. It's like butter. So if you press down, you're going to make a bit of a mess. I found that the best way to apply this is literally just popping it on the back of your hand and then going in with a brush. And I'm actually going to use my Rare Beauty blush brush for this. That's clean, by the way. That's the actual colour of it. So I'm just going to start by picking some up, and I've only got foundation on. I've got no bronzer on. So just going to pop that onto the cheeks. And you can see how pigmented it is, but it literally blends like a dream. For real, it blends like an absolute dream. Okay, my camera stopped recording there for some reason as I was putting this on, which is great. Okay, but that is Rosy Glow on both cheeks, and I built that up just so that you can get a good idea of the colour. And it's worth noting that I have olive skin, so a lot of times blush can come out different on me than on other people, but I think this has definitely come out as expected, and I think it looks really, really good. So I think it's a little bit more mauve than what I expected it to be. Actually, I expected it to be more kind of a dusty rose colour. I don't know why I thought that, maybe because it's called Rosy Glow, but it looks really nice. So that is Rosy Glow. Let's pop a little bit on the lips. So I'm just going to run my finger over it. I mean, these are fine they're fine. They're just a little bit too thick on the lips, but I think if you just dab a little bit on, it doesn't look too bad. See how cool tone that's come out? And you can definitely see that glow, can't you? It's really nice. So there you go. That is Rosy Glow. Now I want to say that I've seen some people having a bit of trouble with the actual components online where it seems to be coming apart in some way. I've heard they are going to be introducing refills to this, which is great. But I mean, if you can get through one of these blushes, then I commend you because there is actually a ton of product in here. Let's actually push it all the way up and see how much. I'm getting a bit scared now. That's how much it's going up so far. I don't really want to go up anymore in case it falls off because then I will be upset. But that's quite a lot of product. Again, very, very creamy, very, very buttery, and you have to be really, really careful with how you treat this because look, I have already made a little mark in the product. Can you see that there? But as for how it looks, gorgeous, absolutely stunning. So let's move on to the next. Okay, so next we are going in with Pretty Glow, which I'm not gonna lie, slightly terrifies me, but at the same time, I know that it might look okay on my olive skin. Usually olives can pull off lavender shades quite well, so I'm in hope that it will look okay. I haven't tried this yet. Here is the swatch, and it looks fuchsia, doesn't it? Almost. So I'm going to apply this with my BK Beauty 113, and I'm just going to go in with what's on my hand. Just pick that up, and remember these are so pigmented, so we're going to be really careful. Oh, okay, that's not scary, that's okay. Oh, look at the glow on that. Okay, that's not nearly as scary as what I thought it was going to be. That is extremely buildable. And I think that you can share these out for sure. So if you want to go in with just a little wash of colour, you absolutely can do that. But if you want to build it up, obviously I'm reviewing a blush, so I want to apply quite a bit so that you can see it. Okay, what do you think of that? I think that's really nice. Okay, that's really pretty. I wonder what it looks like on the lips. I don't think this is going to go quite as well. We'll pop it on anyway. Yeah, that's very purple. I don't really get on with purple lips. Yeah, that's not for me. That's not for me, okay? It's not boring enough for my taste. Okay, so if we can see past the lips, I think if you look at the actual shade itself, I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And it does seem to have more of a sheen than what Rosy Glow does. And I'm wondering if it's one of the shades that actually has a little bit of, not glitter, I've heard that some of them have more of a sheen than others. Now, when I'm looking at it on my hand, I can't really see any glitter or anything sparkly, but it definitely seems to have more glow. Oh my gosh, that glow is, I live for that. I literally live for that type of glow. And do you know what I really like about these is they don't feel tacky. I was worried when I opened these and because they felt so emollient, I was really worried that they would feel tacky, so I wouldn't be able to kind of have my hair down because my hair would stick to it, but it's not like that at all. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. So that is Pretty Glow. Okay, the third one that we're going to try is Cherry Glow, which is the red, which I did really and ah about picking up because I don't wear much red blush at all. And I've not tried this yet. Okay, so we're doing this together. So for this, I'm going to go in with my BK Beauty N17 brush because I feel like I can get a lot of control with this brush. So I'm just going to tap into it. Okay, I'm really scared. Okay. Oh my gosh, I thought that was going to be a really deep red, but it's, oh my gosh, no, it's not. It's kind of rosy on my complexion. This is genuinely such a perfect shade for the summertime. It gives you that kind of beachy glow. Now, the one thing I want you to notice is I've got a little bit of texture on my cheeks, and because these are a glowy product, it means that you are going to inevitably see a little bit more of that texture. I don't think it's bad, but I think it's there. So you can see that there. Okay, so that's something worth bearing in mind. Let's pop a bit on the lip. I think as long as you dab a little bit of this on the lips rather than going crazy, I think it turns out okay. You don't want to go in and use this as a lipstick though. I wouldn't advise that. But I think just a really nice kind of dab of colour. It kind of looks like a tint. Honestly, I'm probably not going to use these on my lips very much, but just showing you the capabilities of them. Okay, so that is Cherry Glow. And I think it just looks really, really sun-kissed, doesn't it? And, you know, you can obviously build this up. I think this would look phenomenal on darker skin tones. But I really do think that because you can have these blushes shade out, I think they are suitable for so many different skin tones. I never thought that this would look decent on me, but actually it's really, really pretty. Yeah, it just has a really nice warmth to it. I really like that. So again, that is Cherry Glow. Okay, we're ready for the last one, and this is Peachy Glow, which is of course a peachy shade. That's really, really pretty, isn't it? And it's very, very peachy. I think for this, I'm going to use my BK Beauty 109, and I'm just going to go into that swatch again. That looks more pigmented than the others. Okay, that is really glowy. Oh gosh, that's pretty. I need to look up close. Okay, this is much more glowy than some of the others. And I'm thinking that this and Pretty Glow have a little bit of shimmer in because they seem to be the glowiest out of the lot. But it doesn't actually state anything in the description that it is shimmery. Oh gosh, that is gorgeous. Oh wow. Oh, that is so pretty. How amazing is that for the summertime? I'm glad I picked all these up now. I did have buyer's regret almost instantly, but something did draw me to these 4 shades. So which ones were the ones I didn't pick up? Berry and the really pink one. I don't know what that's called. Okay, so we're obviously lathering it on because this is a review. Oh, I just look so sun-kissed, don't I? I guess it's almost bordering on corally, isn't it? I'm going to say that I think Peachy Glow and Pretty Glow have a lot more shine and glow than the others do. That's just my initial observations, but nothing in the literature online says that these are extra glowy or shimmery, and they're not sparkly. I think you can see my skin there very well. Nothing is shimmery or sparkly. It's just extra glowy, and I am not mad about that at all. Let's pop some on the lips. I don't know how this is gonna look. I look like I've been on the beach, don't I? So I definitely think that the key to using these on your lips is just to go handy, kind of dab it on rather than using it as a lipstick. Because I think because of the buttery nature of this product, it's going to smush all over your lips and it's going to feel and look heavy. Look at that glow on my face, please. Okay, so to like these, you've got to love the glow. You have to love the glow, and I do. I love it. Pop a little bit of powder on. Okay, I'm going to pop a bit of my L'Oreal Blur-Fection powder on. Old Morphe brush. And I'm going to do under my eyes first because I haven't put any powder on today whilst I've been doing this review. Just because I knew I'd be taking my makeup on and off. Okay, so even just doing under the eyes tones it down loads. And then I'm going to take my Florasis pressed powder and I'm going to take that, kind of brush it over this area where you might not want the glow. So that definitely tones it down if that glow was looking a little bit too much for you. Okay, let's cut to the chase with these. I think these are an absolutely stunning product. You are going to like these if you like to have a healthy glow. I think if you have more mature skin or you have dry skin, I think you're truly going to love these because they feel absolutely gorgeous. They feel buttery, they feel creamy. I genuinely think that this is a product that you could not mess up. So even if you went a bit too handy with this, if you just go over with your foundation brush, you will rescue this. I actually think that the shade range is beautiful. I think it's a stunning, stunning product. In terms of longevity, as I said, I have wear tested Rosy Glow, and yesterday it was so hot here and I was on the go for over 15 hours in the daytime. It was a really long day and I didn't think that it lasted as well as what I hoped. However, I don't feel like that was an accurate wear test for me and my usual day-to-day life. I will continue to wear this and wear test it over the next few weeks, and I'll let you know in July what it's like. I mean, my first question in this video was, is this worth it? Okay, so just being completely honest, I think you get a lot of product. I think it's luxury. This is luxury in a stick, okay? And I think there's a shade there for everybody. I think it's slightly overpriced for Charlotte Tilbury. I do think that this would have been, I mean, I would have expected it to be around maybe the €35 mark, even a little bit less. And I think you would feel like you were getting a really good deal then. But I think if you are just aiming to pick up one shade, and one shade is pretty much sufficient for most people, I think that you will really enjoy it and I think it'll last you forever. I would say to you though, be really, really careful with these because again, very, very emollient, balmy type products. And you saw already that I've already made a dent in one of them without even doing anything. So I think that you have to treat them really well, really kindly. And the last thing to be aware of is that some of them are much glowier than others. So you can see that on my cheek there. Obviously, in my head, I'm thinking, great, I don't need a highlighter, but they are not tacky, they are not sticky, they definitely set down. And I know that a lot of people want to see these compared to the new Dior blush sticks. I did not purchase them because they are pH activated, but I've heard some people are saying that they change and some people saying that they don't. And I think I am going to pick up maybe one or two shades of those. So I'll do a comparison maybe in July for you. But yeah, I think that the shades are really, really nice. I think this is a beautiful, beautiful product. I think it's slightly overpriced, but Charlotte Tilbury, isn't it? I think she can charge what she wants at this stage. But do let me know which one of these has been your favourite shade. Have you picked any of these up? Are you planning on getting any? Do let me know down in the comments because I'd love to hear all about what you're thinking. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I so appreciate you being here with me. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next video. But until then, take care and bye for now.